He's a ger. We see straight over here from the Rambam that um that b'di'evid, if he doesn't know the mitzvahs, he is still a ger. So the issue with the the Hebrew article wants to go with the no the Hebrew article goes and the English article basically say that over here we're speak that they give the general background that a ger, according to the Gemara in Yevomos and the Halacha, does need to know the mitzvahs. That Medina say mixas mitzvahs kalas mitzvahs chamuras. You do need to tell them the chatchila the mitzvahs. However, b'diavad, in a case where it's in a case where we see that the guy means truthfully, means well, and you didn't tell him, so then b'diavad in that type of case, he would be considered a ger, a convert. The only issue is with the way towards the end of that footnote in the Hebrew Art Scroll, they bring up the Ritva, where the Ritva says that I'll just read it inside. Pirish, meaning what does it mean that he became a convert amongst Goyim? Pirish shekibul all b'fnei shleishav and his guy b'fnei ela shelo yidu mitzvah Shabbos she'en ze ma'akev. So it's not ma'akev if they didn't tell him. Which we see clearly, which is Pasha Pshat of the Gemara, because we use the terminology Gershon is Gayer, a convert that converted, and over here we're saying that he doesn't know that it's Shabbos because if he would know, he would be chayiv karbanan every time that he does a malacha. But then he went and lived amongst the goyim, so therefore he didn't know about mitzvah Shabbos. Or it's possible umeshkachas lanami kishus guy b'di katan, or it means that he was Gayer as a katan and the kaimalon Gary Katan was building to das bezdin. And when he got older and he could go against whether he wants to become a yid or not, so then was living amongst the goyim, and we know that anyone that became a ger by themselves is not a ger, obviously, because you need a bezdin, based off the Gemara in Yevomos. So the issue over here is they bring that the Ritva wants to fair that the Ritva learns that we're speaking about that according to the Gemara in Shabbos is saying that it's a katan. But I would beg to differ. Faidim Pima Munaf to all the great editors in Artscroll. Because over here, because the lashon of the Ritva is a mishkachas lanamiya, and it's possible that you also have a case that he is in his Gayer Katan. And they bring the Rambam in they bring the Rambam they bring the Rambam in Shkogus. The Rambam in Shkogus says that Klal Godol Amru B'Shabbos. The Rambam says The Kal Gadol Amar B'Shabbos Kal Gadol Amar B'Shabbos is a general rule in regards to Shabbos. Kol Shechechek or Shabbos, someone who doesn't know the entire basis of Shabbos. V'Shachach, and he totally forgot Shnesav Yisrael al Shabbos that the Jews were commanded in regards to Shabbos. Who is this referring to? Oy Shenishba V'Patim L'Bein Ha'akum Oy Nizgayer Katan V'Hu Bein Ha'akum. So we have Rambam says that this is the same idea of what the Gemara over here says in Shabbos. That you have a katan, a minor that is taken captive amongst the goyim, and he doesn't know that it's Shabbos, which is understood, like Rashi says straight out. He doesn't know that it's Shabbos. So the Pesach in the Kesef Mishnah says that it is possible that you will have a gadol that basically says, let's ask on the Rambam, why does he write katan? Because you could have a gadol that also doesn't know that it's Shabbos. So it says, if it's a gadol, it's impossible they didn't tell him. You don't have to tell him. Lecha Mishnah goes a different way. The Lecha Mishnah brings Tosfos, and the Lecha Mishnah says that the issue with Tosfos is that if he does know, you for sure have to say that it's a katan, because if he does know, if they did tell him, then he knows. And if he knows, then you're going to be mechayev on kol malacha malacha. So the Lecha Mishnah uses the terminology where Rabbeinu Lihimalit and Push says kasav shnezgayer keshu katan on the Rambam to deviate from this question of if he does know, then if they did tell him the mitzvahs, then he knows that it's Shabbos. So then it wouldn't really fit with it wouldn't fit in the scenario of the case. So it's easier to say katan because he doesn't know. And the Quran Harav Bal Kesef Mishnah, and the Kesef Mishnah already stood on this question of why did the Rambam say katan? Because a gadol for sure they told him, but by katan masbilan sadas bezin with the Gemara and Ksubas Yid Aleph and Aleph, so you don't have to tell him. But the question that I mentioned in the other videos, the question arises, but still both don't know based on where they are. So even if you would want to say, according to the way that they want to base it off the Hebrew art scroll, where they want to bring the ritva that we're speaking about a katan, then the issue then arises on la halacha. How do you learn how do you learn the Rambam of Lebutku, or even more than that, the if you are learning that it's only a katan, he doesn't have to know, then what do you do with the Mechaber Shulchan Aruch and Reish Samaches? But we'll have to talk to that. We'll have to bring that up in another video. Hashem, a different time.